All right, we're at 1714 South Drexel. Small little floor plan here, but I think it's got some potential. You'll see a lot of cosmetic stuff that's going to need to be taken care of. New flooring throughout. You see old carpeting was just under here, was just cut. So the old shag stuff is still there. Interesting. So the pretty standard ranch floor plan, right? So you got your center beam here. That's a load-bearing wall, but already have one beam started up here. So potential for carrying it over if you wanted to open this up a little bit in here. There is your washer and dryer connection and your kitchen and stuff that needs to be redone here. But because of the mechanicals here, you could relocate laundry into this area and be able to open this up and make a much nicer, which I think the neighborhood would support, to be honest with you. It's a good amount of work, but I think the neighborhood would probably support something like that. The mechanicals, the water heater specifically, it looks newer for sure. The furnace, not as new, but looks like it's had some recent work done on it. So maintenance is probably fair on that. Structurally speaking, I'm not seeing any huge red flags. It really seems to be, even a lot of the deterioration stuff down on the floors here, stuff like that, that all looks like cosmetic stuff. It doesn't look like there was any water or any other types of issues. We see some stuff down here as well. So again, it's, to me, that this looks like it's just old deterioration, not necessarily any kind of real major issues. Now that being said, it's going to have to be, completely cosmetically redone. These baseboards in the other rooms were pulled off, so make sure, pull these off as well. But it looks like there's wood flooring throughout. Now, what kind of condition it's in under here, etc. If this is any indication here, we're probably not salvaging any of that. So LVP for sure. This, obviously most people would prefer there to be a tub rather than a shower on this. But that shouldn't be too difficult to upgrade and install if necessary. This is a closet here, which just really takes up a lot of space. So again, opening this up, even if it's just to open this up to make this space there a little bit bigger, that's just a really large space that just seems to be a little not a wise choice of the space there. So we'll head here into the backyard. We do have a detached one-car garage. I would not say that door there is functional. So we'll definitely want to keep that in mind, but at least we have the structure here, and the interior of the structure, as you can see, is not bad. Certainly functional for a one-car garage if you wanted it. Backyard is pretty decent, certainly for the area. We have this extra outbuilding here. It's not the most attractive by any stretch of the imagination. Probably if I was going to flip this, that's something that would come down. If you're going to rent it, then you just want to make sure you have the proper things in place from a safety perspective. Exterior of this, the stone on the outside obviously makes the maintenance fantastic, which is great. The AC condenser unit, I believe the listing says it does not work. There's no plan on fixing that, even if it didn't. As we get closer here, you'll be able to see how it's really not in that great a condition anyway. The roof looks to be in pretty doggone good condition. The stack here, that's really old. Definitely want to see that looked at. But here's your condenser. That's just, even if it does work, it's not lasting long. Certainly some exterior work here. Some wood on the exterior here. This porch here is probably just as easy to pull it off rather than trying to do something with it. It's a very handyman style, if you will, anyway. So probably not a issue at all to do that, to take that off. I'd probably even say the deck, it just doesn't really make sense to keep that. Probably more trouble than it's worth to keep it. But really not too bad. It's not a pretty house, but it's got a lot of potential. And I think this area is definitely would support putting some decent amount of improvements in here. All right, so let us know what you think. Thanks.